So in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to use blend modes. Now blend modes is quite a powerful tool where you can blend two clips together. Some of you will already have tried this. Some of you won't know how to use this at all, and it's a very powerful tool that not many people use. Now blend modes composites clips on top of each other and has like an effect, so it can be used for colour grading, or you can use it to add two clips together. So I've got a pack here. So in this pack there are lots of different film burns that I want to add in. Now the way of adding in film burn or anything where there's a black background like this, so if I go to this one, you have this kind of weird effect. So if I drag these two into Premiere, you can then composite this on top. So I'm going to choose a section of the film burn I want to use, using the in and out points, and I'm just going to drag the video in. To drag the video in, you just click on this here which says drag video only. So now what you have over the top is the video. So anything above the main layer is obviously on top. Again, I'll pick this section, in-point, out-point, and drag it on top. And again, the problem you have is that it's obviously just a black background. Now the first problem you're going to face is that it's too small, and you will have that depending on where you get your backgrounds and where you get your things that you want to film burn and things. If you get them off YouTube, usually the 720p, which when we work in 1080p is obviously a problem. Now to resize them, click on the clip you want to resize. Within your program window, with your output window, you can double click on the clip you want to resize and just drag. Now if you hold shift and drag, you get a uniform drag. Other option is you can double click it. Up here you have your effects control, and this way you can affect anything to do with that clip. So for us, we want to rescale it. You can just click and drag and you can rescale to the size you want, or you can click once, it will open up a box and you can rescale to the size you need it to be. So I'll do the same for the next clip. So now we have two clips that are obviously on top of each other, on top of the main clip, which obviously blocks out the clip below. To blend them, you need to make sure you click on the clip you wish to blend, go to opacity, and then in here you have blend mode options, and there's loads of different options. Now the top ones are to do with darkening, these are to lighten, and the rest you can experiment with. So if we go to multiply, you can see how that leaves a very dark sort of shadow over the top. Best ones to use when you're trying to composite two things together would be screen. It's a good start, and if you have a look, this is how it looks. So it just mixes them together. For this clip, obviously it's black. I'll leave it at this section so you can see how it works. We go again to opacity and go to screen. As you can see now, it's been removed all the black and just left in the light parts. There are other options. You can go to color dodge, which adds in a bit more. Linear dodge, which again adds a bit more interest into it. And it depends on what kind of finish you want with your clip. My suggestion is always to try different ones out and see what you like. I quite like that one. And that's the basics of blend moding for just using effects on top of each other. Your other option is, if we delete them too, you can use it to do a bit of colour grading. So what you need to do is double up the clip you've already got. So I only need the video, so I've double clicked it up here and grabbed the video. So at the moment you've got two of the same pieces of video. If you double click on the top clip, again go to effects control, opacity, then within here you have different blend modes. Now if you go for the lighten, it obviously lightens it up. If you go for the darken section, it sort of brings the colours in, so you get better darks and you can just play with it. Now obviously that is far too dark because you've lost a lot of detail. In your opacity area you can just dial that back a bit to whatever you want, so I'm going to dial it back to about 36%. To see what the difference is, there's a little eye icon, and that basically turns this track on and off. If you click on it you can see what it was before and see what it is after, and you've just added a bit of darkness just to make it a bit more interesting. And that's how you can use your blend modes. Degree on your Moodle, there is a Digital Foundations lesson 4 Premiere Basics, which have a few websites within the notes that you can have a look at, and that goes into a bit more advanced use of how to use blend modes within your projects. Thank you.